About a girl named Megan. I'll tell you about her. She was very popular, pretty, outgoing, liked to dress nice, cared about her looks, cared about her hair, her makeup, just like all of you. She was just like all of you. She was a regular child, regular kid. She liked to play basketball, soccer, softball, karate, gymnastics. She liked to sing. She had a beautiful voice. She was in choir. She was the type of person who would always wear a seatbelt in the front seat of a car, but never in the back of a car, because she figured, okay, well, if an accident happens and she's sitting in the back seat of a car, she would bump forward, bump back, bump left, bump right, maybe break an arm or a leg, maybe break a leg. Maybe break all four extremities, but not a huge big deal because, you know, bones heal in 6 weeks and then you're back to normal. I mean, not a big deal. And so, what happened on one night, she's in the car with a friend, she's in the back seat, unbelted, and a Florida driver smashed into her car, the car that she was in, head on. She was in the back seat, unbelted. She flew up and over the front seat head first. She broke her femur bone, her thigh bone, on the back of the driver's seat because she was struggling to hump in the back seat. Her left foot was wedged underneath the driver's seat. She would have been out of the windshield head first, but she didn't because her left foot was stuck underneath the driver's seat, which caused her, not to go out. And so her left femur bone broke in the back of the seat. Her body went downwards quickly. She landed on the back of the driver's head, breaking the driver's jaw, because she broke out her own chest. Megan smashed her head into and broke the steering wheel from the back seat. Broke it. The steering wheel was demolished. Megan died at that moment. When the EMS workers arrived at the scene of the accident, she wasn't breathing. She had no heartbeat. She had no vital signs whatsoever. But thank goodness the EMS workers were able to revive her. They got her breathing again and her heart pumping again. She was flown from the scene of the accident, which was Northville, Michigan, to the University of Michigan, which is in Ann Arbor, Michigan, which would have been about a 20-minute drive, but they were able to fly her there in only 8 minutes, which was miraculous to be that quick. And anyway, they had to revive her again and again and again, all the way to the hospital because she was dying. She wasn't dying. She was dying. She wasn't dying. She was dying again, back and forth. She was very, very critical, very, very unstable. They got her to the hospital. The doctors and nurses assessed her and gave her a less than 10% chance of surviving. Just to live was less than 10% chance, which was like a 0% chance to recover. Her parents arrived at the hospital, and they were told that they can expect a minimum of 1 year for her to be in the hospital. So anyway, they gave her a less than 10%. She was diagnosed as having a serious closed head injury, which a closed head injury is more serious than if you had broken your skull, because when you have a closed head injury, it means your skull is not broken. There's nowhere for your brain to swell. And when you hit your head hard, your brain swells, and if there's in your skull, there's nowhere for it to swell too. So it will swell and it'll go down your throat and choke you and die. So for 3 days, she was dying. She wasn't dying, and not dying. Her parents would be called in the middle of the night. Get to the hospital right away. Megan's dying right now. Her parents would go to the hospital quickly, get there, she wouldn't die. After 3 days, the doctors told the parents that she would live, but she would never be the same again. She'd never walk again. She'd never talk again. She'd never learn anything ever again. She She never recognized her family or friends ever again. She was going to be a vegetable for the rest of her life. And she was a prime candidate to be put into a nursing home forever. But I'm here to tell you today that Megan is alive, and she's doing well. And I know that because I am her. Yeah, I am her. And I believe that the reason why, I don't want to get too religious on you because I know this is a public school, but I believe God saved me for a reason. And He saved me to be able to educate others about head injury prevention. Now this all happened, the accident and all the terrible things that happened to me, all happened simply because I chose not to wear a seatbelt. 5 seconds, it takes less than 5 seconds to grab your seatbelt and put it on. I mean, it's a second, it's 2 seconds. And I chose not to do that in the back seat. And that is, it's very important to wear a seatbelt, especially not especially in the back seat, but also in the back seat. You wear it wherever you're sitting in the car. And I cannot believe that buses don't have seatbelts. I mean, it's beyond me why they don't, but it's ridiculous. I have